point, Democrats are going to have to confront some realities that they haven't wanted to confront in the past. They didn't want to confront the past issues on the border. It took them too long to confront that. We talked about a transgender inmate ad that ran 30,000 times that the Democrats refused to respond to, despite the fact it was Donald Trump's own policy, because I guess some people in the campaign, and we talked about this before, thought it might be, maybe they were too woke to actually respond to a false ad, and maybe they were afraid that they would be attacked by their own base. There are so many questions for the Democrats to answer, but one of them, the one that I just saw that's going to be staring them in the face for some time if they don't do something about it, is that 45% of Hispanics voted for Donald Trump.
45.
That is George W. Bush. I remember when George W. Bush got 44% of the vote in 2004. It sent shockwaves. This also, if you look at this, if you look at younger voters, you look at all these different, we've all been talking about a new Republican Party. There needs to be a new Republican Party. This morning, this is about as bleak as any time for Democrats since the so-called 1984 San Francisco Democrats. It's time for the Democrats to take a good, long, hard look at how this happened. And if they just say Trump bad, Democrats virtuous, they're going to keep losing. Because this, again, is so widespread. This is not about just Donald Trump. This is about the Democratic Party and being radically disconnected from the rest of the country. Look at the map.
Okay, as you heard, what we are going to be witnessing in the next couple of days, weeks, and months is the third founding of the Democratic Party. Let me explain. The first founding of the Democratic Party was Andrew Jackson and I think Martin Van Buren, whatever. That was the first founding when they put the Democratic Party together. I would say that the second founding of the Democratic Party was with LBJ and the civil rights legislation. What we're seeing right now, this is going to be the third founding. 8 years from now, the Democratic Party will be totally unrecognizable. Like if you were to go into a coma right now and wake up 8 years from now, and you would see what the Democratic Party will become from the results of this election, you wouldn't even recognize it. I can't believe this. 500 years of pain, suffering for what? To bump ourselves out the rotation. Because that's what this is all going to be. Bumped ourselves out the rotation. For what? For what? I just can't. I have no words. Bumped ourselves completely out of the rotation. Like, I'm speechless. I just gotta